McCarlan's through, he might go for it, still going, trying to barge his way through, goes to the shot, what a goal!
Arriving Rian O'Neill from an almost impossible angle, and that's the rousing score Armagh were looking for.
Conor Turbin kicks this one in. Oh, that's absolutely superb.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Sideline A podcast. You're very welcome to our Around the Grounds Club Roundup show, and we're looking back at everything that happened this week at club level. There's still a couple of games left to play this weekend, and both of them take place on Saturday evening. We've highlights on this show from a few highlights from Greenmore's game against Crossmaglen on Friday night, and a few from Middletown's win over St Michael's Newtown on Wednesday night as well. So we'll get straight into it, as usual, with our Division 1A games, and as I said, a few highlights from that Greenmore and Crossmaglen action. Crossmaglen came from 3 points down to defeat Greenmore by 5 in Friday's Division 1A clash. 2 goals had the home side up at half-time, but the Rangers hit the net themselves after the turnaround. Owen Doyle netted after just 6 minutes of play before Owen O'Neill also raised the green flag from the spot for Greenmore. Ronan Fitzpatrick tapped over a free just before the break to leave Greenmore ahead 2 goals and 0 points to 3 points at half-time. O'Neill added on a free, while Padraig Doyle also hit the net for Greenmore, but it was all Crossmaglen in terms of the scoreboard in the second half. A quick free from Aaron O'Neill created the Crossmaglen goal, and it was finished by James Teelan. Teelan ended the game as top scorer for Anthony Cunningham's side, as he left with 1-1 to his name. Ronan Fitzpatrick chipped in with 0-3, as did Oren Kieran, while Harry Comiskey, Alan Farley and Stephen Morris all scored 0-1 apiece. Clonard overcame Armagh Harps by 6 points on home turf, thanks mostly to a second-half goal from Rory McDonald. The hosts led by the minimum of margins at half-time 6-5, before pulling ahead 1-13 to 0-10 after the turnaround. Silverbridge got back to winning ways against Drummond on Friday night as they travelled home with a 10-point win. A Joe Rock goal had the Bridge 1-3 to 0-3 ahead at the break, and they ended up winning 1-11 to 0-4 in the end. So there's still a game to be played in Division 1A on Saturday night, and that's Madden hosts Clevey live on Armagh TV at 7 o'clock. So this league table will possibly change tonight, but here's how it stands at the minute. It's Clonard and Crossmaglen still out in front on 16 points apiece. Clonard have played 9 games, while Crossmaglen have played 10. Silverbridge moved back up to 3rd place there on 11 points, with Harps dropping to 4th place on 10 points. Clevey have 9 and Madden have 6, and they both meet on Saturday night, while at the bottom it's Greenmore on 2 points and Drummond on 2 points. So moving on to Division 1B then, like Division 1A, there's still one game to be played in this round of fixtures. Clonagale hosts St Peters on Saturday night with a throw-in time of 7:30. So again, the league table will be a wee bit different tomorrow, but this is all we have at the minute. So Division 1B, Ballymacnabb ended their losing streak on Friday night when they saw off Mahray by 2 points. In a low-scoring encounter, it was the home side who actually only scored once in the second half, who got over the line in the end. The sides traded scores early on before a string of points from Finian Maguire, Cian Hughes and Jack Rugan put the Nab 4-1 ahead. Substitute Niall McAleenan replied with a brace of points, while Pierce Hughes replied with raising a white flag at the other end. McAleenan could have had a goal, but for a fine save from Conor McGivern, while Maguire added his second point before Kevin Robinson and Cian Hughes exchanged frees, as the Nab held a 7-4 advantage at half-time. Brendan Havern and Robinson dwindled the margin down to a single point with scores right at the start of the second half. Mahray were then awarded a penalty, but McGivern once again came to the rescue to deny Robinson. Ballymacnabb tagged on the final score of the game to pick up a 2-point win, with Cian Hughes landing a massive score in the dying few minutes. Cullaville came from 6 points down at half-time during a 1-point win away to Sarsfields. Ryan Duffy proved to be the hero on the night as he fired over the final score of the game. Sarsfields got off to a dream start with Eamon McGill netting inside the first 60 seconds. The sides then exchanged efforts, with McGeown and Colin Stevenson matching points that were scored at the other end. Scores from Paul Kingham, Fergal Kieran and Ryan Duffy tied things up before Stevenson nudged Sarsfields ahead once again. Cullaville clipped over a Tag O'Neill point before McGeown claimed his second major of the afternoon to give his side a 2-3 to 0-6 half-time lead. Sarsfields had another 3-pointer after the turnaround, this time through Shane McAleenan to go 6 points ahead. But Cullaville's response was rapid, and they raised their own green flag at the other end through Tag O'Neill. McGeown and Duffy swapped scores, as did Niall Kerr and Niall Rowland, along with Patrick McGavigan and Ryan Garvey. Cullaville hit the next 4 points, with Rowland, Fergal Kieran and Ryan Duffy all splitting the posts. That put them 1 point ahead, but McGeown tied things up with a pointed free. The opportunity to win the game fell to Ryan Duffy, and he made no mistake in front of the uprights, and they picked up a 3-7 to 114 victory. So that leaves Mullabon remain at the top of the table on 13 points, while Mahary and Clonagale sit just below them on 10 points in second and third position. St Patrick's Cullyhanna are on 9 points, Cullaville are on 8, as are Ballymacnab, while at the bottom it's St Peter's on 7 and Sarsfields on 5. But of course that can change again this evening when Clonagale and St Peter's clash. So Division 2A then, and Tullysarn upset the odds on Friday night to pick up their third victory of the Division 2A League campaign. They overcame Carrickcruppen by the minimum of margins, 2-9 to 1-11. 2 first half goals put the home side in the driver's seat as they led at half time by 9 points. Carrickcruppen battled back in the second half, but it was youngster Colm Hughes who landed the final game-winning score for Tullysarn. Eddie Mullen and Adrian Conlon both rattled the net for Tullysarn in the first half as they built up a huge 2-6 to 0-3 half lead. Mark McKeever sailed over 0-3 in that opening half, while Gavin Conlon hit 0-2 and Ryan Conlon scored 0-1. After the turnaround, it was Carrickcruppen who had the advantage of the big breeze, and they certainly made it count. Gavin Conlon and James Madden claimed scores for Tullysarn, but it was Carrickcruppen who done the most of the scoring in the second half. However, the chance to win the game fell to young Colm Hughes, and he sent the ball over the bar to make sure that Tullysarn collected the 2 points on the night. Katy beat Annetmore by 2 goals, 2-12 to 0-12, with Shea Harvey raising a green flag before a 45 from keeper Matthew Nugent also ended up on the back of the net. A Vincey Brady goal helped Pearse Ogue earn a share of the spoils at home to Shane O'Neill's as they finished all score 1-8 to 0-8. So the league table then in Division 2A currently stands as St Paul's at the top of the table. They have 13 points and they didn't play this weekend, but they have a game in hand over Carrickcruppen who are in second place at the minute. They have 12 points after 10 games. Pearse Ogues are in third place. They have 11 points with Katy just below that on 10. Shane O'Neill's have 8 points, and in sixth position, Annetmore have 6 points, while Tullysarn and the Grange, the bottom 2 teams, they also have 6 points. So very tight in that division at both the top and the bottom. 2B then, there was an upset in Division 2B on Friday night. Dainese handed league leaders Bleak their first defeat of the season as they earned a 113 to 110 win. Dainese held a slender 2-point lead at the break before pushing on in the second half. Bleak got their noses ahead at the start of the second half, but Conor McNally tied things up. McNally then rattled the net to put Dainese 3 ahead, and they powered to victory in the third quarter. Bleak did pull back a goal of their own through Drew McVerry, but scores from Conor McNally and Sean McGuigan gave Dainese the win. Elsewhere, Whitecross and Clonmore finished 0-13 apiece, while Cross Seconds and Wolf Tones drew 2-7 to 110. On Thursday night, Tiernogue continued their excellent form with a 4th victory in a row as they saw off Clonard Seconds in Clonard. First half goals from Johnny McGurgan and the impressive Eamon Curran were the key for the visiting side. Zion McKiernan and Eamon Curran opened the scoring early on as Tiernogue got their noses ahead and never looked back. McGurgan bagged their first major before Clonard Seconds rattled home a goal of their own. Paul Hendren steadied the ship for Jim McCoo's side, with McKiernan, Curran and Mark Davidson also raising white flags. After a goal-mouth scramble, Curran hit their second goal to give them a 2-7 to 1-1 half-time lead. Davidson, Hendren and Carlos Perez also added scores, while Aidan O'Connor and Dermot Tennyson performed brilliantly at the back for Tiernanog. So while Blake suffered their first defeat, they're still at the top of the table. They have 18 points from 10 games. Wolftones are in second place with 12 points, and Clonard come just behind that on 11 points. Tiernanog and Derrynoose sit 4th and 5th, and they're both on 10 points. With Whitecross just below that, they have 6 points to show at the minute. At the bottom of the table then, it's Clonmore in 7th place. They have 3 points, and Crossmaglen Rangers, they have 1 point, and that was picked up in that draw on Friday night. So moving on to Division 3A then, and we have a few highlight clips from the Wednesday night's game, which was between Middletown and St Michael's. Middletown picked up their 7th win of the Division 3A League campaign as they saw off St Michael's, not 13 to 1-6. 4 points was the difference between the sides when the referee called for the ball. Middletown shot out of the chops with 3 points in quick succession through Sean McGuinness and Charlie McYardle, McGuinness grabbing 2 of those scores. Nathan Davidson, 45, was the reply for the visitors, but his effort was cancelled out by Johnny Traynor. McGuinness added his 3rd before St Michael's were handed a huge lifeline when Ahmed O'Malley converted a penalty kick. Chris McCann and Finan O'Brien scored for the hosts, while Benny Davidson hit the final score of the half, leaving it 0-7 to 1-2 at the break in favour of Middletown. Marty Maguire and Connor Davidson traded scores at the start of the second half before Traynor hit a brace. Davidson, along with John Joe Paul, exchanged pointed efforts with Finan O'Brien as Newtown stayed in touch. McGuinness extended Middletown's advantage to 5 before St Michael's knocked over the final score of the evening through midfielder Ahmed O'Malley. That left Middletown as 4-point winners on the night, not 13 to 1-6. Also in Division 3A then, on Friday night, Farkhill cruised an impressive 3-19 to 1-9 win over Ballyhagan to see them claim top spot in Division 3A. Conal McGill rattled the net in the first half, while Owen Rowe O'Neill and Stephen Sheridan claimed majors in the second half. Elsewhere, on Portmore let a 7-point lead slip as they came up short against their Rogue. The Craven men claimed a 1-point win in the end, 2-11 to 1-15, and it was Ryan Gorman who claimed both goals for the home side. So the league table in Division 3A then, as I'd mentioned, Ballyhagan slipped down to 3rd place, with Middletown and Farkhill sitting as the top 2. It's Farkhill, they're in top position at the minute, although both sides are level on 14 points. Ballyhagan are in 3rd then with 12 points, and on Portmore are just below that on 10. Urog are in 5th position on 9 points. St Michael's have 7, while at the bottom College Lawn and the Summon, they have 6 and 4 points respectively. There's still a game to be played in Division 3A this week as College Land hosts Ballyhagan on Sunday at 2 o'clock. So that league table could change slightly depending on the results at the weekend. So Division 3B then, there was plenty of goals in Division 3B this week, and Clady hit 4 majors in their win over Madden. Both sides raised green flags on the night, although Clady came away with a 2-point win. There were 3 penalties in the game, with Madden scoring one of theirs and missing one as well, thanks to a fine save from Ion Hughes. Drew Grimley tucked away Clady's spot kick, while Liam Doyle, Cian Conley and Colin Savage also rattled the net for the winners in the end. Dorsey hit 3 majors in their 9-point home win to Redmond O'Hanlon's 3-12 to 1-9. Martin Hurdy was responsible for 2 of the goals, while Christopher Rowland also claimed a 3-pointer for the eventual winners. Killeavy seconds, they hit 4 goals against St Peters, and yet it wasn't enough to pick up a win on the night. St Peters won 2-17 to 4-8 in the end. While elsewhere, Thomas Davis picked up a 1-16 to 0-4 win over Killian. So the Division 3B league table then, That leaves Thomas Davis still on top. They've won 8 from 8 and earned 16 points. Peter Seconds earned 14 points in second place, while Darcy have 10 in third place. O'Hanlon's are remaining fourth on 9 points. Mullabrack have 8 points and Clady have 7. Cleaver in 7th place on 6 points. Modern Seconds have 2, while Killian sit at the bottom of the table on 0 points at the minute. So that's all we have for this week's Club Roundup show. We'll be back hopefully on Thursday with a preview show as we look ahead to Armagh's All-Ireland clash with Galway. Best of luck to the Armagh Miners today. They take on Longford in the All-Ireland quarter-final. Hopefully they can produce a good performance and get through to the last 4. And the ladies also kick off their All-Ireland campaign today with a home clash against Meath. That's in the Box Athletic Grounds at 2 p.m, followed up by the Under-14 All-Ireland final between Armagh and Derry. So best of luck to all the teams taking part today, and we'll hopefully be back on Thursday with another preview show. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and make sure to follow us on Spotify, on YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts, and check out all the latest club action on the Sideline Eye website.
Summit Harlan's through, he might go for it, still going, trying to barge his way through, goes to the shot, what a goal!
Arriving Rian O'Neill from an almost impossible angle, and that's the rousing score Armagh were looking for.
Conor Turbot kicks this one in. Oh, that's absolutely superb.